It is spring. The month of Weir has just begun, but you feel little joy, for, as a slave, you have been taken to a place that is infamous throughout Orb as a hell as bad as any in the lower plains. The man who led the caravan in which you were but a piece of helpless baggage, a harsh warrior named Kretos Bloodheart, revelled in telling you your coming fate. At this time of year, the ruler of this valley indulges himself in his favourite pastime, the annual hunt. One slave is set free from the standing stones near the castle and hunted down like an animal. If found, the slave is torn to pieces by the Archveult's hounds of hell, giant dogs with flaming breath, which came from the nether plains and were a gift from a demon lord. If the slave escapes the valley, he will go free. But the slaves seldom escape. Bloodheart has scoured the slave pits of Upanishad for slaves, and has brought 3 back to the Valley of Gad. The Archveult will mercilessly hunt down one of these slaves until, at last, exhausted and broken, the slave will beg him to end his wretched life. The doors to your cell are opened. It is Bloodheart and his guards. You are chosen as the one to be taken before the ruler of the valley.
I had to pay a small fortune for this one, Magnificence. He was destined for the arena at Mortavalon. He is the strongest man I've ever met, and still barely more than a boy.
He looks weak.
He is a priest, Magnificence. He knows spells. He almost escaped on the road from Upanishad. He speaks the word of helpless palsy and has the touch of harm. And he has Avatar the One on his side.
Oh, Avatar, where are you now? Free thy servant from this evil place of torment. Your god has deserted you.
I have saved the fairest till last, Magnificence.
Silence. It's a woman. They are weaker than men.
Not this one, Magnificence. She is a skilled swordswoman, and, until she was delivered into our hands, she was a master of the Thieves' Guild of Upanishad.
Why don't you beg for mercy?
It is you who will beg for mercy in the wilderness, Archveult.
Run, run for all you are worth. You cannot escape me and my hounds of hell. You have a few hours' grace before I take up the chase. Kretos, captain of my guard, bloodthirsty evil warrior, my only human friend. Where shall I send you in the Valley of Gad? You can patrol the Barrow Wold, the jungle, perhaps Gap Town. The quarry starts at the Standing Stones. The only known escape is the ward of Gapta. But where shall Kritos stop him? Gapta is the end of the road. Perhaps the wizard might help him. Should stop him there, not the mines. The moorland, yes. Go there, Kritos. Go there and hunt. Karim, my loyal assassin, you never speak, 'cause your blade speaks for you, coated in deadly poison. Go ye and lurk. Where shall you lurk? The monastery of Io, those do-gooding priests, perhaps. The city of Ascalon, where the quarry may hide. Perhaps the gorge. No, go ye to the monastery where the do-gooders lurk. Finally, the demi-vault. Some say my pet. Yes, my son, cursed by a druid to never know adulthood. Go and hunt, little one. Go and hunt. The demi-vault can hunt in different places. Flying high above the plains, or the ice waste, or the volcano. Where shall he go? Yes, the wide open plains, flying high in the sky. Hunt down this quarry for Papa.
So this is Blood Valley. I'm playing single player as the Barbarian. Lovely jaunty tune. We have optional objectives, or bonus objectives I should say. Defeat the Archveult, defeat the Flame of Acheron, slay Kritos Bloodheart and slay Karim the Hashashin, which will zoom in. We're in some mysterious underground cavern being menaced by Jawas off of Star Wars, or possibly the little helpers of the Tall Man from Phantasm. So you can run around, you kill things. Here is a different creature. I believe this to be Lord Tobias, who is a former ruler of the valley, and he's dropped something. So let's see what it is. Using our inventory, part of the role-playing experience, we have a mysterious red bottle. We don't know what it's called, it's just a red bottle. Make a note of this. So now we run on some more, and instantly change into a yellow landscape with the blokes running around. Now in a jungle, with little pygmies firing blowtorches at us. When you kill monsters, they have a chance of dropping either an apple, which is food, or dropping a small pile of birdseed, which represents gold. You press up to access your inventory, and here is the terrifying Flame of Acheron. If you touch it, you will die. Most enemies you can just run straight past. This thing though, you've got to use a potion. Using the potion, it drops a little golden idol, which is you stores your inventory. Then you can keep running on. You get lads attacking you all the time. You have a junction to go north or east. You have a choice. When I've gone east, I believe this is the plains, the blue and green plains. Again, lads just running around attacking you, both sides. You have very little combat moves. Basically, you just stab. You can also crouch and stab, but it doesn't appear to have much difference. Right hand side, you've got your stamina bar, which is a nice sword. Pick up a item and it heals. Between each area, you get this yellow and black area. We are now, I believe, in the Forest of the Living Dead, being menaced by perhaps munchkins. Again, the jaunty tune keeps playing. We're now attacked by something, which for a while I thought was Karim the Hashashin. In fact, this is Malphis, Prince of Vampires. We know this because he throws vampire bats, and he's dropped something. We keep on running. Again, there's mad lads attacking us from all sides. Health is ticking up. You have 5 days to escape the valley. Here's another junction. We have a troll. You can either bribe the troll or fight him. We have lots of goals. Let's bribe the troll. Cross over the bridge. The locations sort of are on the map. There is the troll still running around. We can run right past him, but don't really have any logical connection. This here, I believe, is the monastery of Io, who are good monks who are still running around like mad lads, but they will sell you food if you want to, which costs you a couple of gold and heals you ever so slightly. Let me keep going. And sometimes they hit really hard. That one guy there hit me for 2/3 of my health, which is not so good, but that apple healed 2/3 of my health, so it's a little bit random. You keep running to the right, and that guy dropped something. We'll look at that later. Inventory looks like an ankh. We have a little statue, a red bottle, and again he hit me for 2/3 of my health. Absolute mad lad. So at junction here we go east or south. Let's head south. This is, I believe, the city of Ascalon, which has little wells and lots of nooses for execution. This is where the Archveult's guards have on his treasury. There's another noose there. Not a lot to do here though, apart from running through it. Again, the intersposing region. I'm going to go east or west. Let's go east. We're now in another underground cavern, being menaced by garden gnomes who are throwing perhaps snowballs at us. Again, they hit quite hard, so you keep running to the right, keep running, gotta keep running. All these garden gnomes are here. Go away, you. Keep going, keep going. And he's dropped something, not sure what it is. It's a yellowy thing. And let's keep running to the right, and at a certain point we can't run any further. But if we use what looks like a snake from inventory, we found that is in fact a rope dropped by the Vampire Lord, and now we climb our way to freedom. And we have escaped the Archveult, which was nice. So this is the map of the Valley of Gad. You might assume that starting at the Standing Stones, you can go north to the Gorge, west to the Moorland, or south to the Barrow Wold. No, that's incorrect. You always start as the Quarry in the Barrow Wold. And from there, the path sort of meanders back and forth through the valley in just about a straight line, although there are junctions. Here's the actual map of the Valley of Gad. There's a straight line east-west between the Barrow Wold on the extreme west of the map and all the way across to the Mines of Smelt where the Archveult starts, to the east of the map. The Archveult starts at the other end of the map, not behind you, so he's not actually chasing you. I will say I've a lot of love for the background graphics, really nicely done. So after the jungle, we get the first junction, and from outside the jungle, go north into the Misty Woods, or east into the plains. The Misty Woods have the random exit. Again, really nice use of white and black. From the plains, you can go south to the moorland, or east into the Forest of the Living Dead. If you go south to the moorland, you then get another choice. You can go west to the Forest of the Living Dead, or east to the bridge. So it's there's a sort of a loop section. Bit of a diversion, which gives you a little bit of a chance to avoid him the Archveult if he's running straight at you. Because if he gets close enough to you, you're into the final fight. Again, you've got a nice picture of the gorge. You can't do anything with the bridge. You can't knock it down. That's where the troll lives. If you head east for the mountain pass, you're then into the monastery of Io, which is pretty accurate to the map. They are next to each other. Further east from the monastery, you head into the volcano. From the volcano, you can head south to the city of Ascalon, where there's not much to do, or head east to the Wizard's Tower. Again, on the map, the Wizard's Tower is next to the volcano, so that's not too bad. So after Callisto's Tower, you can head north to Gaptown, or you can keep heading east and head into the Snowy Wastes, which has these really rather beautiful mountains. Snow-top mountains, lovely use of cyan. It's really rather nice. Outside keep going beyond the Snowy Wastes. You can then head further south to Ascalon, or you can keep pushing east into the Mines of Smelt. Mines of Smelt is a dead end unless you have the rope. So it's not so much a map you can explore as in a straight line with a couple of diversions. There's another way to escape. This is the 2-player mode, and the barbarian is going to go and try and escape through the Gaptown. This is Gaptown, little thatched cottages. Now, the guys here hit like an absolute freight train, as in 1 or 2 blows will kill you stone dead. So you see here I'm ducking back and forth, and then just run through and escape through the wall. Nice and simple.
But the key thing is, you've got to duck and dive. If you just try and fight your way through, you'll just die horribly. And that's if you don't run into the Archvault on the way. So let's look at the other characters. Let's look at the Priest. They all play pretty much the same, so unlike in the book version where they have different powers and different abilities, here they just have different bonus objectives. And the Priest's objectives are defeat the Archvault, destroy Malfeas, Prince of Vampires, destroy Lord Tobias, and slay the Demivault. Now, of these, look, you need to kill Lord Tobias in order to proceed, but when you've done it, you get no indication that you've done it, like it doesn't get crossed out, it doesn't change colour. The way you find out is if after completing it, and then you finish the game by dying or escaping, you get a bonus score. So Lord Tobias is in the Barrow Wold, and this is the Barrow Wold, so where you start. Here he is. This is the undead warrior Lord Tobias, and you have to kill him to pick up the little red bottle. You need the red bottle to get past the Flame of Acheron. So my score is coming at 86. You get 4 points every time you progress to a new area. So let's just go forward and see what we get. We charge forward, fighting the pygmies. It's all nice and good. And here's the Flame of Acheron to prove, yeah, I'm now dead. I used it too late, but I got a big bonus because I achieved one of my objectives. Let's try the Priest again. And this time I'm going to charge forward, running through the Barrow Wold, and then suddenly we stop scrolling. I've now slowed it down, and there's a guy in armour in front of us because it's our old friend Kritos Bloodheart. So when one of the henchmen appear, scrolling stops and you can't proceed until you've killed them. And it depends on how lucky you are. Sometimes here they're a walkover, sometimes they're not. We'll see some other indications later where they're a lot tougher. So again, we keep trying forward, and one of the problems is because Kritos appeared at the end of the Barrow World, we did not get Lord Tobias. Because we've not killed Lord Tobias, we've not picked up his magic bottle. So I'm going to use, and I've got nothing to use, and I'm dead. Now let's look at the Thief, beautiful and deadly, and having no shoes on. Perhaps because someone else stole them. You can't trust thieves. So in the book version, the Thief is the second best fighter and the second best swimmer, and has contacts because she's actually quite famous as a master thief. Here her objectives are mostly nicking things, defeat the Archvault, find the Serpentine Cross, steal the Golden Idol, and steal the Golden Crown. So the Golden Crown was that thing there. You kill one of these Jawa chaps and then pick up the Golden Crown, get 50 points for picking it up, more points when you die or finish the game. The Golden Idol is dropped by the Flame of Acheron, which again you need to defeat to get past, so you can't really miss that. And the Serpentine Cross you find in the Monastery of Io. Io, who is the Prince of Wheel, who's basically does charity work, he's generally rather nice. So unlike the Barbarian, the Thief has short hair, and it still uses a sword. So the Priest had a staff but still uses a sword. The Thief just has short hair, runs along, pretty much the same though. So we've already got the crowd, and we've already got our little golden bottle, a red bottle, sorry. So proceed through the jungle, and we'll hopefully find the Flame of Acheron. There it is. So let's now use the bottle, and I pick up the Golden Idol for that's 2 of our objectives achieved, which is nice. So you always get these lads attacking next. If you go north at the first junction rather than east, you go into the Misty Woods. And the Misty Woods, once you get to a certain point, you go into a whiteout area, and then you get dumped somewhere random. So here is in the mountain pass. There's a troll I've chosen to bribe. And then you cross the bridge. Should be nice and peaceful. I've bribed the troll. There he is. Let's try and fight the troll anyway. And he's killed me stone dead. Oh dear. And you can grind a bit to get gold. The limit of the game is 5 days. After 5 days, it's game over for everybody. You're not going to last that long. It's a frenetic pace. See here, although the minutes are flying by, 1 minute is about half a second. So a full day will take 12 minutes of real time, and 5 days that's going to be over an hour, and you're not going to live that long. You really have got to keep moving. So there are RPG elements. That is not as obvious as you'd like. You know, having said, yeah, you've achieved an objective, brilliant. But also, when you meet one of these henchmen, although the screen stops, it'd be nice to know, yep, you are fighting this bloke. As here's Kratos again, and he'll surprise me, and he's come, and he's absolutely kicking my ass. But he certainly surprises you. Combat is pretty much, you have a couple of moves, overhead chop, jab, and a duck chop. You cannot block. So I've not been able to play as Kratos Bloodheart. In 2-player mode, I've been unable to find him. However, I have found him several times in 1-player mode. So here he is patrolling the Wizard Callisto's tower, which is this pink area guarded by garden gnomes. And suddenly he appears out of nowhere, looking a bit like a ninja. But he runs up and he has his overhead chop with his bare arms, and he's killed me stone dead. That is as the barbarian. Now looking at Kareem the Hashashin, deadly assassin with his poison blade. This is 2-player mode, where actually definitely make sure the character. Note here, Kareem is patrolling the barrow wall, which is not allowed. Whatever you select for Kratos in 2-player mode tends to be Kareem instead. That's why I can never ever find Kratos in 2-player mode. So here's Kareem. He has his little his robes, his little dinky sword, and he has one move which is just stab forward. And that's what you got. Stabbity stab. And that is Kareem. The poison doesn't really do anything, it's just there for effect. Now the Demivolt, the Archveult's pet, or really his son. There he is with his wings. He's here patrolling the this is the plains, which is green and blue. He can go back and forth. His attack is sort of a jump kick. And there's the barbarian. Just poking out. That's it. He's meant to be a powerful opponent. In the book, he is powerful because he can fly. But here he just does a little jumpy kick. So what we'll do now, we'll find him again. Again, this is the plains, green and blue. If you select the Demivolt first for the henchman, which is the wrong order rather than Kratos, Kareem, Demivolt, you'll basically only ever get the Demivolt because it breaks it. So there is the Demivolt in his little wings. Let's see his moves. He can move backwards and forwards, go right, go left. He can sort of strut on the spot, which is going up or going down. And his one attack move is, as I mentioned, jumping up and doing a sort of double kick in midair, which is not the best use of anyone's time, really. A disappointment to his father.
I am the mighty Archveult. I can pick up gold, I can pick up food. I run around, I can fight. The manual says my strength is fully restored at the end of every day. This is a lie. Let's go and explore. This is Mines of Smelt. Oh yes, this is my valley. I like going in the snow. You would think, oi, don't you know who I am? Have a fireball. Stop stabbing me, I'm much bigger than you. Let's relax in Gap Town. Yes, my loyal guards. Don't you know who I am?
So here's the final conflict. So the Archveult charges up, and the Archveult's fireballs are only effective at a range, but they are effective. So if you can get up close, you can kill him. So he just generally appears with a warning of the final conflict, and you get a bit of a anticlimactic fight. So the best thing to do is get up close, repeatedly stab him while he spams fireballs, and he didn't even even hurt the priest then. The thief, sorry. Just ignored him completely. So again, the Archveult though can come across you in various places. It's quite hard to avoid. Here he is in the snowy waste fighting the thief. Again, spamming fireballs, and eventually he just dies. So in 2-player mode, if you meet each other. So here I've got both the Quarry and the Hunter in the mountain pass. To prove you are there, there's the bridge, and we're on either side of the bridge running back and forth. If you get close enough, you can have a good old fight. So you have to cross the bridge in order to get to the other side of the valley. So this is a good place for the Archvault to lurk in 2-player mode. Also because there's no enemies here, the Archvault is constantly attacked with enemies, so you have to find somewhere safe to lurk. So here's the final conflict between the 2 players, and we can run back and forth. I can go back and forth with the Archvault, and I can chuck things, and I've just killed the Quarry quite easily. However, the Quarry has a useful tactic against the Archvault in 2-player mode, which is namely hiding. The Quarry has a useful tactic to use against the Archvault in 2-player mode, which is, if you go into the inventory menu, you become invisible. The Archvault will just run past the Quarry without noticing, because he's there looking at his bag. And there he is, just run back again, back over the bridge. Where is the Quarry? I don't know where the Quarry is. If only I had hands of that. Oh, he's there, at the other side of the bridge. Oh no, he's gone back again, looking in his bag. You can't possibly attack someone with looking in their bag. That would be poor sportsmanship. There he is, look, look. So if you run back again, there, yeah. So you can actually avoid the Hunter and all enemies and run out the clock if you really wanted to for 5 days, which would be over an hour of gameplay, by just sitting there in inventory mode. There, the Archvault has killed the Quarry. So the game is based on the Duel Master series of fighting fantasy adventure books. Places you in the sinister and evil Valley of Gad, a harsh land inhabited by vampires, trolls, and worst of all, the Archvault. So you get a nice scrolling effect, lovely bit of font. Only way of escape is to free the Valley of Gad, 2-player game with a solo option. So, we're now going to look at some of the secrets of the game, spoilers from here on out. So there are various creatures you may come across without much fanfare that will kill you stone dead. So in the volcano, you're running about, you've got little munchkins and basically bandit guys, possibly roadies, not quite sure what, and you're running around having a nice time stabbing people in the head. And then you come across a different character, one you've not seen before, one that doesn't stop the screen scrolling because it's not a henchman. And then oh, just kill him then, that's fine. Dum-de-dum-de-do. Nice, there he is. Look, little lad throwing rocks in his leather pants. Possibly Mr. Tumnus. And he's killed you stone dead. You cannot kill him. However, if you use the green potion from Callista the Wizard, you can. So here I am. This is the thief now in the Wild Wizard's Tower. You can tell by the pink backdrop. Let's slow down because suddenly you run across and see the wizard just hanging about, waving his arms around. And you get a choice about what to do with the wizard, the wonderful wizard he is. You can either attack him or greet him. Attacking him drops you back to the Misty Wood. If you greet him, he gives you a potion. A green potion. So we now run back, all the way back to the volcano, which isn't actually that far. It's just going to go back left again, but it is away from the exit. And there's no point in doing so, apart from the point. So there's the little bloke throwing his stuff. Go and use the green potion on the right, and it's dead, and you pick up a drops an apple. This is not an objective. If killing the volcano beast was an objective, that'd be quite nice. Same with the ice demon, not an objective. So we head east, and we're now, as the barbarian, in the snowy wastes. Again, look at lovely scrolling backdrop, majestic mountains. The usual guys, there's munchkins and bandits. And then you get a blokey here with a pitchfork. He's obviously some. I reckon it's an ice demon, and he's killed me in 2 blows. You can't kill him manually, but go to the Mines of Smelt, which is the extreme end of the map. Go as far as you can and kill the guy at the end. And after a while, you may find that you've picked up, by accident, a mysterious yellow object. So So here I'm looking for it and did not realise I've already picked it up. The game sometimes lets you kill things and then things appear in inventory. There. So I'm calling it an amulet. In the Spanish version, there is a list of vocabulary, including things like what potion means and so on, and includes the word amulet. The word amulet does not appear in the snapshot of the game I've taken. I can't see it in there, but it's in the Spanish version, so presumably it's important. And in the book, there is an amulet which does help you against the ice demon. So here now, I'm running back from the Mines of Smelt, back to the ice. Now there's no objective for this. None of the characters have a bonus of killing the ice demon. If you're playing the book version, the Archveult does have bonus objectives, which do include defeating the ice demon. But this is the game version. So 2-player mode, the Archveult never has objectives because you don't get them in 2-player mode, only in single-player mode. So I've gone the wrong way here. So it's a little bit tricky going back. So whenever you leave an area, there's always a little yellow bit. So let's now go the other way. We're going to go west from the Mines of Smelt. We're going to find the ice demon. There he is. We're going to the inventory. Very carefully, he's killing me very quickly. We use this amulet. And he just vanishes. And there's an apple. Picking up the apple gives us 50 points. So, what about Malfe's Prince of Vampires? We see him before in the Forest of the Living Dead. He's the guy that throws vampire bats at you, and you can just kill him by stabbing him in the head. Which is a shame. It would be nice if he was a proper enemy that you could only kill in a certain way. But there he drops his rope. But if you go to the monastery and keep going to the end of the monastery, so that's the food hall, keep going to the right, you get a nondescript enemy who looks the same as everyone else. If you kill him, he drops a little ankh symbol, which is the serpentine cross. There it is, little thing there. And then if you head back to the Forest of the Living Dead, you can then use the cross and instantly kill Malfe's Prince of Vampires. And killing Malfe's Prince of Vampires gets you the rope. You need the rope to escape from the Mines of Smelt. So there's the troll guarding the bridge, just running around, throwing stuff. You can't encounter the troll as the Archveult, unfortunately. You can in the book, though, and it's rather funny. So here we are, let's go west of the forest. There's the vampire, Malfe's Prince of Vampires. And here we use the serpentine cross. Bob instantly dead. That's an objective for the priest. And we've now got the rope. So that was Blood Valley by Gremlin Graphics. Based on the 2-player gamebook by Mark Smith and Jamie Thomson. Here it is in all its glory. The Archveult with his hounds of hell menacing the thief and the barbarian. The Archveult in the book is armed with the ball and chain. The barbarian can indeed find the massive mace. There's a lot to like about the game. There's some nice artwork in it. There's certainly some imagination, some beautiful music. But for me, it all really goes wrong once the main game loads, because it's not really what I hoped it would be. The valley isn't really explorable. You're running along a straight line. When you meet creatures from the valley, there's no sense of moment. And the combat system is really, really limited. But I think it's worth a look, and there's more to it than first meets the eye. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again next time.